Alright, to anybody who is interested in buying a Google Pixel 2, and this is the regular one, not the XL, I've had this phone about a month and a half, and I've been having constant Bluetooth issues with it. The whole thing that I have done, I don't even know where to start with this. Okay, essentially the Bluetooth will not connect to my car stereo. It did for a little while, and then it won't connect. It keeps saying Bluetooth failed. I have tried everything that Verizon has told me to do. I've called Google. I've told everything that they're telling me to do. It is not actually functioning. I cannot get it to work. I've done a replacement phone, and I just kind of wanted to make this because I'm really freaking frustrated with Verizon at this point. They are not willing to replace the device with another device. Y'all can say it's fair or not. I don't know. I don't think it is fair. They're not willing to replace the device, given that they have admitted, both Verizon and Google have admitted, that they cannot replace this phone, or they cannot fix the phone. I've had it a month and a half. I bought it December 28th. Today's December 12th. Yeah, it's just kind of a little beware to anybody looking to buy these things. They say there's an update coming out for it that may or may not work. I don't know. Apparently, an update's what fucked this thing up in the first place. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of how much detail I want to go into this video. If you buy a Google Pixel 2, there is a pretty decent chance it is not going to work with your Bluetooth device. This is just a warning. And Verizon will not replace the phone under any circumstance that will not be costing you any. I'm tired, guys. I can't speak here. Verizon will not replace the phone in such a manner that will not cost you any money. And I mean replace the phone, I mean replace it with another device. Yeah, I mean, they're willing to do a warranty exchange, but it ain't going to do any good, and it hasn't done any good because this is a warranty exchange phone I'm recording this thing on. It's not going to do any good because it's a software issue. All the phones have the same software. It's a software issue. I don't know. I'm just making this because this is my way of relieving the extreme aggravation I'm dealing with Verizon. I've been on the phone over the past month for about 20-25 hours talking to these people. Like I said, I've done every single troubleshooting step that they have recommended. And I've even gotten a hold of somebody who was actually willing to be brutally honest with me in the Verizon tech support supervisor. Yeah, I know that sentence didn't make a lot of sense, but yeah, he was willing to be brutally honest with me and tell me that yes, the phones are having Bluetooth issues. No, we don't have a current fix for it, and you're right, it shouldn't cost you any money to get a phone that works, given that they sold me this thing with the assumption that the Bluetooth worked, and it doesn't. It sounds like a stupid issue, but, you know, given that it is currently illegal to drive in Texas, I'm not sure about nationwide, but it's currently illegal to drive in Texas on the cell phone, or at least while not hands-free anyway. So yeah, there doesn't seem to be anybody else making a video on this, just a bunch of random other shit that, you know, I don't think is really applicable to this specific problem, which apparently is a very, very common problem over the past month and a half, since the past update came out a month and a half ago, whenever it was. And part of the aggravation with this is like, oh, you know, I'm probably gonna get some comments saying, if anybody even watches this, probably saying that, oh, why don't you just wait for the update? And I'm like, well, it's fine and dandy and everything, but A, I don't know if it's gonna work, because again, an update's what fucked this phone up in the first place. B, and this is the kicker here, is Google won't actually tell you when the hell the update's going to be coming out. So you're just like sitting here with your thumb up your ass, waiting for them to do an update, which, you know, may take a day, a week, a month, a year. I have no idea. But yeah, this is just a fair warning to anybody looking to buy the Google Pixel 2. There is a very, very decent chance that you're going to have Bluetooth issues, among other things. The other very common issue with this thing is if you don't have Bluetooth headset, you don't want to buy that, spend $100 on that stupid shit like I do. You're going to try to, you know, take a set of headphones, use their little adapter thing, and plug it into the USB port. Because this thing does not have a female headphone jack on it. Obviously it would be female. Again, I'm tired. Yeah. Sounds great and dandy and everything, but the problem with it is they have so many problems with those adapters that if you go to a Verizon store, they're actually willing to give you one for free. Which again, you know, credit to them, I guess, whatever. But you got to go to the right one, and you got to, you know, kind of sweet talk the manager into it, or whoever you're dealing with into it. But yeah, there's a lot of quality issues with these phones. This replacement phone I've had about 2 weeks, and the bezel is already, the paint on it's already chipping off. I'm not claiming to be a tech expert. I'm not claiming to, you know, be whatever. This is just my experience with this thing. I mean, I'm not completely ignorant here. I am about to finish up a master's in mechanical engineering degree. I know that's not, you know, software engineering, computer engineering, electrical engineering, whatever, but it still makes me somewhat qualified, at least I'd like to think. Yeah. Again, the main issue is I'm having Bluetooth issues with this thing, and it's a major problem because I'm in my car, you know, probably 10 hours a week, and I'd like to be able to make phone calls legally, and I'd like to be able to listen to music, media, YouTube, whatever, legally. I don't know. And yeah, y'all are probably looking in the background of this video and being like, you're not in anything modern. Well, just to show you here, how do I switch this thing over? Fuck it. Okay. I do have a modern radio in this car. It's an Alpine CDE 153 radio. It's about 2 or 3 years old. And again, doesn't matter what it's in, doesn't matter if it's a 53-year-old car such as this is, a modern car, a boat, doesn't matter what it's in, as long as you're supplying 12 volts for it, it's going to work. You know, I've had Verizon try to blame the car or all that bullshit. It's, you know, again, engineering, no. 12 volts is 12 volts. It doesn't matter if it's coming from a series of potato batteries, a 53-year-old car, an airplane. It doesn't matter what the hell it's come out of. If that thing's powered, it should work. As long as, obviously, you're not getting massive power fluctuations. But the radio's got equipment in it anyway to deal with that sort of shit. So, at least minor fluctuations like that. It's got equipment in it to deal with that sort of stuff. Voltage regulators, i.e. whatever. Anyway, if y'all have any questions regarding this, I will probably respond to you in the comments section. Again, if anybody even watches this thing, this is just my retaliation toward Verizon and toward Google. Or retaliation's a bad word, I mean, but the fact that Verizon's system is set up in such a way where they can sell me a device that has what I would consider a basic feature that doesn't work and not take any responsibility for it, that doesn't cost me any money. Like, the best offer I've had from them is still going to cost me $100 or more, assuming I don't buy a device that costs more than this. If I buy something equivalent in price to this, it's still going to cost me $100 to fix a problem that was not my fault in the first place. If y'all want more details on this, I'd be more than happy to reply to any comments or questions you have in the description. I didn't go into too much detail in this video because, again, I've been on the phone about 25 hours with these people and I really don't feel like explaining it again, even in this video. Anyway, yeah, this is just public service announcement versus this phone that somebody can possibly research, look up, and not get fucked over like I did. It may not seem like a big deal that the Bluetooth's not working, but it's a big deal if you want to make a phone call in a vehicle. Alright, well, I guess I'll stop rambling. Hope this helps somebody. Peace out.